Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Video number 9 today. Today's going to be all about releasing those gardening muscles. I've heard from many of you feeling a little sore, a little tight. It's been a gardening week. I myself have enjoyed and gone crazy. So yeah, I'm feeling it. So it's really important to loosen up those muscles. We don't want that to set in there too deeply. But something else I wanted to touch on for just a moment is I have heard from several people now the difficulties they're having struggling with really staying active, staying with the therapeutic movement that is so necessary right now to keep us feeling well. And as I've mentioned many times, feeling well mentally as well as physically. Try to keep that in mind. It's difficult because the longer this goes on, it's just like this low-grade hum of subconscious weight, really. And it takes away your incentive. It takes away your ability to really want to do anything that we know we need to do. So try to keep that in mind. And to quote someone near and dear, up in heaven, my dear grandmother, which many of you have come to know her wise words over the years, because I've shared them with you. If we wait until we feel like doing it, probably not going to happen, especially right now. So therefore, important to take the time, give yourself a little push, and get her done. On that positive note, let's begin. So loosening up. I want to really keep things slow and easy today. It's all about gentle release, comfortable positions, seated over the ball and on the floor today. So let's open up the shoulders, get ourselves in a nice neutral position, pressing those knees over the soles of the feet. Feel that neutral pelvis, lengthen your spine up nice and tall. We'll start off with a nice deep breath in. We're going to turn to the left as the arms go out. Take it forward and drop your head and neck. Let's take it up and to the right. Turn and slowly down as you drop into the neck. Deep breath in. Let's turn and take it forward, pulling the space in and relax. Deep breath in. Let's turn, take it forward. We're going to do one more each side and relax. Lengthen your spine as you come up. Remember, we want to engage that pelvic floor, pulling up the rest of the spine, right up to the diaphragm. Nice lift. Let's take it out, forward. Let's finish to the left, bringing it up and out and forward and release. Hands on that thighs. We're going to walk a little bit forward so you're just feeling the gluteals on the ball. Keep a good firm hold. Make sure you do feel secure on that ball. And gently now we're going to start a nice flexion up and extend those feet. Working from the ankles. Pressing up, maintaining your nice position. Lifting tall, holding your parallel. Don't let the spine move or flex or hinge from your hips. Nice lift. Deep breath in, fill up those lungs so that you feel the expansion into the rib cage, into the spine. Let's follow that with the wrists. So we're going to pull forward and bring it down. Let's rotate, supinate up. Pronate down. And feel that in the forearm. So we're matching the wrists to those ankles. Gently down. Couple more. And last time. And bring it in. Let's hold those heels up. Make sure that the knees are right over the ball of the foot. Lengthen your spine. A little bit of pressure through those upper quads, pressing against the floor. You're going to feel your glutes engage a little bit deeper on this one. So you're going to press that up nice and tall. Push the heels down. Come back, lengthen, and just into those hamstrings. Press through the feet. Come on up again. Lengthen tall, deep breath in. Press and engage down, and then hinge from your hips. And again, we're warming up those muscles, so don't be too aggressive with those hamstrings. Press it back and engage. The spine is staying straight, chin in, and let's take it forward. Nice lift and back. We're going to start to retract the shoulders and the arms. Lift up, breath in, exhalation, and back. Just enough to feel a nice, comfortable stretch. Thinking about your positioning, holding the stability in your spine. Nice lift, and press that back. Last one, forward and back. Breath in, exhalation down, and come right back to neutral. Take those feet back in a little bit. So right in the center of the ball, open up a little bit wider than your hips. I'm going to start right off with the pelvic shifts, taking it into the hips, into the thigh attachments, and all around that pelvic juncture that attaches into the spine, into those core muscles. You want it gentle. It's at this point in the first few minutes where you really assess and feel as we move through those initial movements. How is your body feeling? What are the degrees of tonicity, discomfort, tension? Don't force those areas. Allow them to release gently. We're going to pose a shoulder. So the shoulder goes up away from your hip. Be gentle with these. There's lots of spinal rib cage movement here through your thoracic spine. Remember to keep the abdominals held in. As you press, let your head start to go into a little deeper turn. And press, and press, and press. 2 more as you follow through with that movement. Again, feeling comfortable. Shoulders are relaxed. And bring it in forward again. I'm going to press those arms out. And we're going to take it into little circles. So keep your hands clasped however you're comfortable. You can have your palms together. It's a little deeper stretch for your shoulder girdle. If there's too much pull on that, just interlock a couple fingers. It's whatever you're comfortable with as we move all around the back of that shoulder girdle, upper spine. Keep your elbows soft. Elbows are soft. Let's slow it down and get into a little deeper twist action. Gentle. Feel out that spine and the shoulders. Nice deep breath in, right up tall. Moving that around. Feeling that movement. Just take it to the other side. Take it around. Up and over. Feeling that comfortably. Holding your position. So if you do have the palms, you've got some adduction work here. So through your pecs, through those arms, pressing up. So we're balancing the stretch with a little bit of anterior contraction. And press nice and still. We're going to draw your elbows back and pushing nice and tall. Follow through with your head. Draw your elbows back into the ribs. Deep breath in and lift up. Draw those elbows in. And deep breath in and lift up. Draw those elbows in. Let the ribs start to go out of neutral, which takes it into a gentle extension. Make sure your back is comfortable. So the extension should be gentle. So when you go up, so here's your neutral. Extension is when we lift. So you're not crunching down. You're lifting up and away like a backward dive. And bring that position in tall. And press up to the lift. Again, keep those positions comfortable. Press out. And up. Exhalation down. Nice. Nice breathe today. It's threatening rain, so we're good here on the porch. And press up. and down. Let's do one more. You know I can't count, right? Nothing's changed. Press it up. It's all about how it feels. And let's take it back to center again. Release and relax. Hold that position. Back to the pelvis again. I'm going to take it into little circles. Start small. These start to become a little more dynamic. You can really feel this all around those core attachments, the spine, the sacrum, gluteals, thighs, right around and into your abdominals. Let's slow it down and make it a wee bit bigger. Again, let your comfort level be your guide. Muscles moving, take it around. This is one of our favorites. This really gets that juncture. This is where we get sore when you're kneeling in the garden, when you're bending over, you're extending and flexing and reaching through the back. You get really sore in those attachments, those ligaments, those tendons, and into the muscles. So this is really, really nice. A wonderful massage. And you might want to do this periodically while you are out in the garden. Take a break. Keep the ball nearby, up under the porch. In for a glass of water, maybe it's in the living room. Just take a moment. You only need a couple minutes. Press around. Let it become a little bit bigger as you move a little bit slower. Ease that through. Work those muscles. Press your hip around. Keep the length through your spine. So pressing that head right up to the sky and around. And once more. And release. Back to those hamstrings. But this time we're going to allow it to come down a bit further. We're going to take it up all the way to the ceiling. Take it down and to the reach. Now you're not rounding out your back in this one. The back is still straight, but you are allowing a bigger stretch to take place. Be comfortable with that. Take it up, take it in, lengthen down. Oh, that feels great. Breath in and up, and let's hold this next one and hold. So it's about keeping that spine straight. We want that juncture lengthened and to get rid of that flexion from the bending sore muscles. So it's a nice hinge to really get those muscles and into your back. While you're here, we're going to reach that left hand over. Let's look to that right foot. Let's bring it back to your thighs. Let's reach the right arm over and let's look to that foot. And take it back. Again, you may want this position to be shorter. You may be up by the knee. Or you may be up with just a few degrees of turn. Follow your body's lead. If it's really pulling, reduce your range. And press. 2 more times. And press. 1 more each side. Exhalation down. And up. And last one. And down. And up. And let's move that forward. Nice big reach again. And let's take it out. Open up those feet wider. It's going to go into laterals. Slow deep breath in as we reach with that left arm up and down and lift. Again, you want to maintain your placement. The abdominals are held in. The rib cage and diaphragm held in. Your chin is back. Feeling nice anchor through your legs. Feet pressed into the floor. So allow that flexion to occur comfortably. Note how it comes all the way up the sides and into the shoulders. It should feel even. If the spine is engaged and balanced, it will feel even between the front, the side, and the back. I'm going to circle that arm through and let it come around the back of the shoulder and up. Deep breath in and around. And we're trying to integrate these. So it's a continuum of movement. Lengthen up, pull into those abdominals. Lengthen up, pull into those abdominals. Lengthen up and around. If it's comfortable, we're going to slow it and we're going to go a bit deeper. And take it around and up and around and up. Careful with those muscles. Around and up. And follow that through and up and follow it through. This time, we're going to stay up again. We're going to let the hands come in front. So we've got a nice curve around the front of the shoulder, down to the abdominals, as we move the shoulder girdle into those upper muscles of lats, traps. Now take your hands behind. Be careful, don't arch your back. Arms are going behind. You're going to notice the shoulder girdle is twisting. As the arm moves from the front to the posterior position, nice and soft and smooth from that strong base, strong thighs, strong foot to the floor. Don't let go of the effort of that stability in your lower body. It's required to keep this upper big movement safe, therapeutic, not straining and injuring. Last two. Taking it up, taking it over, and let's release that down again for a sec. Feet a little wider. We're going to start to take this into some lunges. First, we're going to go back to the hips. So when you have a wide stride and you start to work your pelvis, you're really going to feel this in the hip joints. It's wonderful for the ligaments and the tendons, thigh muscles, ligaments deep within the joints. Really, really nice, sacroiliac. Again, make sure it's comfortable. Lengthen up, pull into neutral, shoulders are back, hang on, press through the feet, and here we go. Start off small. Feel the shift of the pelvis. Remember, you're engaging the upper. You're maintaining your length. You're maintaining the pressure and the hold of that length. Side and side. Again, it should feel even from the anterior to the side to the posterior as you move that core. And now assess and let's think about what you're feeling on that inner outer thigh. What are you feeling underneath the pelvic floor? The back of your hip bones. How is that feeling? Keep the movement gentle and balanced. Notice how the upper body across your shoulder girdle is still. It's stable. It's held. A couple more. Now we're going to add some arm movement with this. Deep breath in. Take it up and around for 2. And take it out and up and down and around. Keep those thighs engaged against your feet. And up and around. And again, deep breath in and out and around. Hold still. Gentle twist and open. Gentle twist. Now this really requires you to maintain that hold of those obliques against that lumbar spine. Let the arms come down as you twist. Press up and come down as you twist. And press up a little bit harder. You want to add a little bit more balance. Take your heels up, and now you'll feel some nice activation in the lower calves, in the shins to the knees, but it will also heighten what you're feeling into the pelvis and the top of those upper thighs. Gotta get my papers blown away. Here we go. So watch that position. As you press into that, hand up, and press into that. Little bit higher, arms are going to lift up. Let's push down with your feet and rise up slightly. Lift, push down with the feet and rise up slightly. We just want a slight engagement as we turn the body under length. Turn the body under length. 2 more times. These are like power stretches. Little bit of strength into the releases. It just deepens the depth of that activation into the body and against your skeletal system, against those bones. And press. And last one. Let's hold it up here. Soft arms as you rotate top end. All around that upper thoracic spine, your lats, your shoulder girdle, you'll feel here. Feel all the muscles around those ribs working. You'll feel it through the front, right into the ribs of the lower shoulders and upper back. Again, it should feel even. Push the feet down now. Rise your body slightly up and maintain that twist for a moment. Work those legs. Keep them still. And relax it back. Nice flexion. Deep breath in. Take it back. Flex. And deep breath in. And take it back. And flex as you lengthen your spine. Deep breath in. Take it back. Lengthen your spine. One more time. Take it up. And lengthen that spine. And relax. Side lunges. Start off nice and gentle. Feel that out. Again, make sure you've got good contact on the ball. Feeling that. Press. Nice and easy. Nice and gentle. Side, inside, inside. Now I want you to notice the rotation taking place here. Take your heel up. Rotate the femur. So we're getting real nice movement into your hip flexors, into the adductors. We want this gentle. This is really, really nice. Everything is forward in that guard, and we want to loosen up and lengthen and release your hip, which makes your back so much more comfortable. Let's slow it down. As you rotate, we're going to reach away and come back. And reach that away and bring it back. And reach that away, bring it back. Stay tall. Just hold the ball and press and reach that away. Here comes the arm circle. I'm going to take it up, over and around. Extend and lengthen as much as you're comfortable with. So this is a big multi-dynamic stretch. Press up and around and press up and around. Once more, we're going to change the arm position and we're going to swim it forward and around. So this time we're going to press and we're going to swim it into the lunge. Swim it into the lunge, into the lunge. Oh, love that breeze. Into the lunge, into the lunge. I'd hoped to get down by the lake today, but with that rain threatening, thought I better play it safe next time. Take it up and around. Take it up and around. Up and around. Let's slow it down. Over and up. Over and up. So really try to lengthen that spine. Feel it through your side. Line it up with your hip. So this time you are keeping that foot flat. So when we're over here, foot is flat. Press that heel down, lengthen that up, and bring that through. Press over so you get that little bit of a pivot through the ball of the foot, and take that around and up. Pivot it over, take it around. Remember, you are loading the piriformis, your glute, of that bent hip. So there's some strength stretch taking place there as we elongate and lengthen the thigh to your outer hip, up the sides to the arm. Continue. Smooth integration, even transfer from one side to the other. This is where the magic really happens. The continuum of gentle movement, releasing and relaxing. Last time. And press. Hang on. Back up into the toes, wide stride on this one as we turn the spine. So this one is big. You really feel that through your center. Press up. Legs are really working on this one. We'll give you a nice release around those hips. Let's come into a fist and a nice contraction, and then release out. So think about your biceps. Make a fist. Squeeze those muscles as you come in, and then lengthen out. Neck stays long. Squeeze and contract those biceps and lengthen out. Once more. And squeeze into those biceps. Lengthen that out. Feet flat. Let's turn it into the triceps. So again, keep flat to the feet. Push down to the floor. We're going to go into a rotation for 2. Make a fist and come into that tricep position for 2. Lengthen out, keeping the shoulders rotated. Your thumb is down. Squeeze in. Lengthen out, thumb down, staying tall. Push through the legs. Pelvic floor strong. Lining up and press. One more. And out. And relax it around. Easy. Feet forward. Walk it into neutral pelvis, neutral hips. Ease those shoulders around nice and easy. Deep breath in. Let it move comfortably. Let's change direction. Nice, gentle movement. So this is the entire upper spine and shoulder working a little bit here. So not just the shoulder girdle, but right into your upper spine. Let that move in a soft wave pattern. So you should feel that soft, smooth movement of the ribs, of the spine, of your chest. Again, like you're moving over waves. Keep that going. A couple more times. Now let's change direction again. Up and around. Think about your spine moving. Gentle. Again, the body is your guide. We want the movements always moderate. You want it to feel good. Don't push into those barriers at that ache point. Reduce the range and let your body float over areas that are uncomfortable, and just really pull back on the intensity of that movement. Your body will respond. It shuts down that tonicity and it opens up. Last one. And now a pinwheel. Pinwheel. Shoulders rotating, spine is moving. Let that move. Notice how you've got your elbow, your forearm, upper arm moving. Shoulder lifts. Lots of movement here. You'll really feel these down the sides. This one is so good. You've been lifting heavy pails and doing lots of shoveling. These are really, really good. And let it go. But Graham always said, hands on the land and in the dirt, the best healing for the soul, mind, and body. So, so true. It feels good. It all helps, kids. It all helps right now. Let's take it down to the knees. So relaxing the back, up and over that ball. Pull that ball in, back up a wee bit. Take yourself over and relax your head, neck, shoulders, and let your feet be flat. So just relaxing that position. Relax and let go. Gently start to take a deep breath in. Careful. You've got the pressure opening up that flexion of the spine. So when you take that breath in, you really feel those muscles. You really feel your ribs separate. And relax. All the way down into your lower back. So keep it comfortable. Deep breath in and just relax and give yourself to the ball. And deep breath in. And relax and give yourself to the ball. We're going to take our Hands to the ball and gently press up and lean slightly forward, elbows in. So this is a slight extension, which will feel good to the front of the flexors. We're not going deep here. You clasp your hands if you like. Press that forward, and then from here, you're going to push the ball away and come back into a sit and an extension of your lat. So this position here really opens up the shoulder girdle in your lats. You're pushing through the glutes. Keep the abdominals strong. You want that support in place. Push down with the forearm. Come on in and up, and then into the extension. Slowly up. Press down to the bow. The butt will stay up. You don't go all the way down. Press into the gluteals. Let the lower back gently extend just where you're comfortable here. Come on up, forward, and reach. And gently push against the ball to go back and down. Let's go for 2 more times. Deep breath in and lift and forward. Exhalation, deep breath in and exhalation down. Last one, deep breath in and exhalation. Let's hold the next one back. And deep breath in and let's hold here. Knees a little bit further apart. Angle your toes in, so it's a slight froggy position on this. Keep your weight back into your thighs. So the thighs, the knees, the hips, a little bit of work here. That's not comfortable for you. You can take a big pillow, place it under the butt so you've got some support, so you're not working as much around your base. Otherwise, we're going to allow that to move from one side to the other side. So a little bit of hold for a moment as you allow those muscles to release to the side of your hip, the side of the low back, the side of the thigh attachments. Take it over. Here comes the circle, always my favorite because it's so dynamic. And press. Again, if you're comfortable and if you prefer, you can stay down into the legs. Remember, hyperflexion of the knees in this position, so do make sure you're comfortable. Otherwise, the core is working here. So it's like abdominal crunchies. That core is working. We are elongating with support. You press it around as you reach through your position. Press it around one more this direction, then we'll change. Press that around and take it up. Here comes the switch. And press it around. Ease that in. And around. Oh, feeling better already. So good. Take it up and around. One more. And bring that ball back in. Tuck those feet under. Pull that ball toward you. And we're going to take it forward and gently reach those legs back. So we're going to go into a nice pike stretch. This is so nice. So reach the legs as far back as they can go, nice and tight. Reach your arms as far forward as they'll go. And allow your back, your head, your hips to relax. You should feel traction here. You should feel a pulling stretch sensation down the spine, all the way up, and right over the glutes to the top of your hamstrings. Keep those hands there as we very gently, slowly come up. We're going to take the legs apart and we're gently going to go back to a pointed toe, leg together position. Slowly come up, circle your hips around, and bring those toes together as you push back. Contract those abdominals and bring that up. Real nice, deep, active releases of the posterior thighs, hips, to your back and to your arms and shoulders. Once more this direction. And back. Now this time, we're going to take the legs apart. We're slowly going to bring those legs up, bring them together, and then they circle apart as you go back. Slowly up and together. Squeeze those abdominals. Don't relax. Squeeze up and apart. And slowly come in and let them come apart as you come back to the floor. Slowly up and to the squeeze and down. And let's hold it here. Push with your hands against the ball of the foot, getting a nice calf stretch. So we got those calves stretching. Press those calves back. Push with your hands. You're going to feel this really elongate calves, ankles, up the hamstring, over into your hips. Nice stretch. From here, you're going to alternate a knee bend, push back, a knee bend, push back. Just push the knee toward the outside of the ball. Now the ball will create resistance here, and it will depend on how wide your knees are apart. But just really try to slide and push your inner thigh against the side of the ball. Again, this is a balanced stretch to release that hip and come into the groin area. And up, and press, and up, and press. Hold. Let's get the feet wider apart. So we want a position where you feel like you are on the legs standing. On those legs if you can. Big stretch. You can allow the ball to be one bigger stretch. You can take the ball away. If you want more support, keep that ball in and let the body rest on that ball. Reaching. We're going to hold those arms out for a sec. Hang on. And then gently, we're going to turn hand to the back and take it out. So again, this is a power stretch. You're working your spine while under the stretch. So be gentle not to over-engage. We're just challenging some opposing positions to what you might be doing in that garden to really relax you and release when you're done. Last couple. And take it over, and take it up, and take it over. Now let's take the hands to the ball. Now we're going to lunge it. Press away a bit. Let's lunge into that thigh and back and lunge in. So your position, you're down on that ball. Let's take it into the forearm and up and press and press. So use the ball for some support as much as you're comfortable with. And press. And now reach away with your lats. Pull in, reach away. Try to balance the pressure down into the ball. So you are pushing with the forearm. This is going to engage your pecs, your upper abdominal wall, and it's going to balance the pressure against the hip stretch that's taking place. So we're really into that hip stretch, right? The core is strong. You're into that hip and thigh. Hang on to that and press. Should feel good. And press again. If you find this too difficult, just let your body rest on the ball and just do your shift. Listen to the body. Give it what it needs to release. Remember the movements this morning that feel really particularly good for you. That's going to be one that's speaking to you, and you want to use that again and again to release those muscles when you're working hard and having fun with hands on the land. Last couple. And press. And press. And we're going to hold the bent legs, push out in a turnout. So we got to turn out of the hips. We're engaging the outside of the glutes for a minute. Squeeze your abdominals, and we're going to rotate around with your upper body. So again, this is a strength position, which is engaging your upper back and shoulders against the work in the lower leg for a moment. One more this direction. And let's take it to the other direction around. And ease that. And ease that. And once more. and around, and take it up. Big stretch, hello, and take it around. And big stretch, and over, and up. One more, big stretch. Last time, and big stretch, and down. Oh, very nice. Let's take it down to the back. I'm going to lay down. Soles of the feet on the ball. How are we for in the shot here? Hang on. Nice and tall. Soles of the feet. Hands down by your side. Slowly. Hip lift up. Lengthen out. Bring it in. And relax. Right leg, hamstring, stretch, and bring it down. Hamstring, stretch, and bring it down. Hands back down. And lift your hips and take it out. And bring it in and take it down. Hamstring, stretch, and back. And hamstring stretch. We've got one more. And back. Here we go with the hips up. And take it up. And lengthen out. And come in. And take it down. Last one with the stretching. Up. And back. And take it up. And back. Nice. Back up again, over onto the tummy, no ball. I'm going to make a little adjustment here, just to make sure you can see the hips. Okay, so laying down on the abdominals to a prone position. I'm going to take it all the way down, feet flat, lengthen. Reach with your arm, reach with the other arm, reach with your legs, your toes, and nose looking down. And let's hold that stretch for a moment. Holding. Deep breath in, careful. It's a big stretch in your lats. Slowly squeeze the abdominals in as we swim the position up and release it down, and swim the position up and release once more, and take it up, squeezing the abdominals in, and take it back. Double leg. Take those legs up, take them apart, touch the floor, take them up, together, and down. 2 more times. Up, and apart, and down, and up, together, and down. Nice. Hands by your shoulders, bend your knees, push down to the forearm, and up. Now, if you find this too difficult, keep the legs down as we elongate the abdominal wall. This is not a crunched, compressed position in the vertebrae. You want to lengthen the vertebrae, shoulders down, slide that scapula down your back, chin is in, press those hands to the floor, pull into the abdominals. Now we're going to work the pelvis. So you're going to squeeze in, so you come up, great movement, and take it down. Grab those abdominals, press up, and take it down. So we're balancing what's taking place in that back. Squeezing those muscles, and let it come down. And squeeze those muscles up. Let it come down 2 more times. And squeeze those muscles up. Let it come down. Last one. And squeeze them up. Let it come down. And bring your head double stacked, looking down. Bend your knees. Hip rolls. Relax into this delicious movement. So comfortable for your sacrum and your lower back. Again, another one of those keepers. When you're flexed and bent over in that garden and you're straining and you're reaching and you're lifting and you're pulling, this really opens up the flexors to the core, into the hip joints, into the sacroiliac, lower back attachments, and it's just the perfect release, the perfect balance to elongate the front and get the pressure off your back. Because remember, those hip flexors, the psoas, is attached into the anterior spine and it pulls on that vertebrae. And that's why your back gets sore. Let's start some circles. Love the circles. Slowly, you're pointing your toes and you're carving out your movement. You want to feel the movement through the spine, the hips, and your thighs. Nice and even. Let's take a deep breath in and exhalation down and around. Deep breath in and exhalation down and around. And again, deep breath in, and let's switch direction. So just a couple little warm-up ones. You're just feeling that out, feeling the differences. Do you have a bite in one SI over the other? Just relax the movement. Don't push too much. Try to let your body respond, be comfortable, and see if you can't get that to ease and balance at the end of these few movements. If not, make sure you go back to it. Let's slow it down. Let's carve a little bigger movement. Deep breath in and exhalation down and around. Deep breath in, exhalation down and around. Once more. And exhalation down and around. Take those hands back, forearm. Let's lift. And if you're comfortable, a little higher. Again, be careful with the vertebrae. Squeeze your legs, tighten your glutes, turn in your hands, slowly come in. Don't let all the pressure go, and gently push up again. So whatever position you're comfortable with, some of you may have your hands right by the shoulder. Some of you may be right open, only coming up a little bit. Make sure your spine is comfortable. Squeeze your glutes. We need that compression into the pelvis to protect and balance this spinal extension. Squeeze your glutes. Important balance there. Bring it on down. We're going for 2 more times. Exhalation, squeeze the glutes. Don't hyperextend the neck. Keep your position in your line. Take it down, and once more, squeeze those glutes. And let it come down again. Tuck your toes under. Walk your feet apart, legs in a wider stride. Bring those legs up again. Now this is going to change what you feel in your pelvis, in your hip joints. Gently start that nice hip roll again. Notice the extra leg attachment activation here. Really nice around those thighs, into the hip insertions. Massaging your quads. Relaxing the knee joints. Nice and easy. Here comes the circles. Nice and big with the wide stride. Toes pointed, strong leg position on that. And let's change direction and ease that around. Ease that around. Trying to smooth that rotation. And once more. And around. Now tuck your toes under again and push your legs tight. So we're going to get a little stretch and activation that's going to come up and around the back of your lower calves and ankles as you engage the front of the hips and pelvis. and then let it come down. Squeeze to your butt, and if it's comfortable, lift your knees up. You're coming down. Flex the feet. Contract the legs and hips. Bring it down. Point the toes. Flexion up, and if it's comfortable, small lift. 2 more times. Down, flexion, contract, and down, flexion, and lift. Last one, and down, flexion, contract. Last time up, down, flexion, and lift. And let's relax it all the way down and just wiggle those legs. Now, if you want a little bit more calf or foot, you can keep it on the toes. Otherwise, just press that movement with a nice flat foot, just feeling that massage through your hips, into the hip joints, really nice for the sacrum. And now legs still, and now just your glutes. Now, let's make this a real effective stretch by adding more traction. So reach one leg longer, the other leg longer, 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 till you start to feel that stretch, that traction. Come up into the hips and the abdominal wall. Head looking down, and then again, relax and into a loosey-goosey hip release. Just let your hips relax. This is a wonderful massage for your lower back. Fantastic for the lumbar spine. Give some nice space through the discs in the front. Can be incredibly massaging for the psoas, in your pelvis, in your hip flexors. Deep breath in will increase the stretch. Be careful. So deep breath in. And exhalation, and again, deep breath in, and exhalation, last time, and deep breath in, and out. Let's take it into a quad stretch. Now, you can do a single quad if that's more comfortable. Hold a pant leg. If it's not comfortable to get that leg, do not hold the toe. If you're a little more comfortable with the double leg, let's come into the ankle, looking down, feel it out. Ideally, you shouldn't feel anything more than a little bit of quad. If your back is really sore, then you know those hip flexors are quite tight or at the top of your thigh, and you may find that your pelvis is up in the air. You need to elongate that down. So just let go and just practice for a moment. Squeezing into your hips. Squeeze the hips to the floor to elongate those attachments through the femur and into the back and your pelvis. That's feeling comfortable. Go into a pelvic tilt. So you're going to squeeze your glutes, push into the pelvis. If that's comfortable, you can take it to the next level where the knees slightly come up. Let it come down, relax, and let it come up. Let it come down, relax, and let it come up. We're going to do one more. Bringing it down, pushing your feet against your hands, and up, and release that down. Keeping your abdominals tight. If your back is an issue, please roll over onto the side to come up. Otherwise, we're going to do a push-up position up. We're going to come back. We want the knees apart. A couple stretches to finish this morning. So knees apart. Toes in, so you've got that position of the froggy out. Hands down. Reach down, sit back into the glutes. Right arm forward. Support with the left arm. This should feel good. Again, be careful. Remember, we are hyperflexing the knees. If that's not comfortable for you, if you have any joint replacements, maybe you've got some itises, some inflammation going on, never force your joints. You can take a pillow under there. Support and relax your position. If you can find those stretches that really are supported and you can relax into it, you'll be amazed at how your body will respond. Press it down. Just let yourself relax as you breathe into the position slowly. And bring both elbows in. Now you're going to lift up so the glutes are in the air. Take the left hand, let's reach it underneath and hold a nice twist. So again, you're stretching the back of that left shoulder and lat. Keep your hips elevated on this one. Slowly bring it back and let's switch and over. Holding that stretch, breathing into it. Now we're going to diagonal the arm out and in front. A little different stretch. You're going to feel that really come into the sides. I love this one. Bring it in and let's switch. Other side. And bring that in. Cat curl up. Knees in line. Squeeze into the back. And relax into a supported extension. Be comfortable with that. Come into your back and relax. Elbows are soft. Pull in those abdominals. See if you can tuck and hollow past and up and into your diaphragm. Using all of your core muscles. Your kegels are in place. You're drawing up. Relax once more. Strong kegel lift to that diaphragm. Exhalation, press up. And then slowly down into the side of your hip, almost done. So we're going to be sitting on that left hip. We're going to take that right leg up and we're going to press over toward that right leg and just reach down. You're really going to feel this around your back and around your hip. Strong, comfortable position. Breathing into it, and then slowly up and just reach away your stretch. And again, take it down, come over that thigh. Taking the nose or the forehead to the knee, just enough to open up the side of that spine and shoulder to your hip as well. And relax it up. You've got one more, and exhalation down and ease that. Oh, nice and deep breath in and up, and let's switch sides. Knees in, come over to your other hip. Now this position alone is stretching around your hip and into the hip joint, your hip med, your IT band attachments, affecting the knee joint. So again, make sure you're comfortable. Take that left toe up and simply twist over toward it and come down. Nice hold. Feeling that stretch gently, slowly up, deep breath in and just reach that arm away. Come down again and over that leg and hold. This should be a nice moderate stretch, not too uncomfortable at all. And deep breath in and exhalation to the reach. Oh, and bring it down and into that elongated position again. And last time, up to the lift, and let's bring it down and into a spread leg stretch. Hang on. Lifting. Now again, if you're not comfortable here, please elevate your hips on a pillow. So if you elevate those hips, actually I'll show you, if you elevate those hips, let me grab this one here. If you elevate your hips up on a pillow, it really keeps your spine comfortable. It takes the pressure and the stress off that sacrum. So get that elevation, sit toward the front of the pillow so it kind of projects your pelvis forward. It's immediately more comfortable on your sacrum. So think about that. You may want a couple pillows, or some of you may have a yoga block. Just get your Pelvis elevated, nice and comfortable. So think about that. You want to feel that you can go forward into the pelvis. While you're here, let's take a look at your feet for a minute. What position are those feet naturally in? Do you have one anteriorly rotated? Or do they tend to be really flared out? Here's what's going on. If they are really flared out and you try to turn them in, and that is difficult and not moving, you know you are tight in those external hip rotators, the piriformis, those deep ligaments of the hips and around the sides of the hip beads, which will affect your thigh. It'll tighten up your IT band, and that affects the knee joint as well. So think about your alignment, your positioning always. Let's make sure that the feet are up straight. Look at the knee. Is one knee turned in or out? Of course, if they want to sit in, you know that you are tight in your adductors. So you encourage the alignment, placement, and let's press your knees. Let's take the hands behind and just support that length up. Nice hold. Nice hold. Nice deep breath in. All we're doing here is engaging alignment. Pulling your toes, lengthening and tightening your knees, contracting those quads tight till you feel that come around the back of the glutes, pulling your abdominals in, your chin is in, you've got the alignment through the spine, nice and tall. And let's relax that, see if you can maintain that position. Gentle integration to finish this morning. A couple of nice, easy movements through our spine, affecting the attachments down into the hips. And last couple, and press. Now up and over again. We're not doing anything too deep here. Just what's comfortable. Just let the body freely, gently move. Pull back on any areas that hurt. Find a rhythm, find a level that's balanced and easy. Think about gentle positioning, even movement. That's where you stay. Back to the deeper toe touch if it's comfortable. Let your head very gently follow through as you come up. Smooth, soft movement. Arm circles around now. Here we go. We're taking that up and over and down. And up and over and down. And up, over and down. Nice. And up and over and down. I hope you're feeling as loose as I am. Needed this morning. It's been a wonderful physical gardening week. Take it up and around. And up. And let's bring those feet into a nice froggy position. Again, when you're seated on a pillow, you're going to find this automatically more comfortable. So let's find a comfortable position. Challenge that in a bit, pulling into your ankles, shoulders back. Now let's engage your thighs by working your hips. So what's pushing your knees down? It's those outer hip muscles. Push down. The opposing stretch, of course, is the inner thighs, your adductors. So you got the agonist, antagonist muscle groups working. So our body is balanced. We're going to squeeze in against your arms and press down up straight and forward. Bring in. You're really going to feel this around your back. Really, really nice. Back and hips. And bring it in and down and out. Almost there. And bring it in. Let's slide it down now. Relax. And let's just smooth out a nice integrated hamstring stretch, which is massaging the spine. Just enough movement where you're comfortable. Once more. And press. Now at the top, let's take it over to the right and hold. Relax it and hold. Over and hold. Last one. Take it through and hold. and into our tailor position to finish this morning. Whatever's comfortable. So again, make note of the ones that do feel particularly good for you. Mark it down on your personal program that you're building while we're here in isolation, having the opportunity to do so. I will be alternating the videos from more strength to more stretch. As the feedback I'm getting, that seems to be something that's working for people. Then of course you can put an asterisk beside the ones that you find particularly good for you and make that your go-to. Switch legs, we're just relaxing in a nice neutral. Again, notice how much more comfortable it is when you're elevated up on a pillow with the butt. Nice deep breath in. A lovely salute. Much love to all of you. Peace, healing, be safe, be well, and enjoy the day. And get out and, after you've stretched, get out and have some fun in the garden. Have a walk and a little virtual hello to some friends. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.